Are you suffering from migraines? Did you know that physical therapy can help you get some relief from migraines and headaches? Hi, I'm Justine Calderwood from the Healing Spot Physical Therapy in Woodland Park, Colorado. I've been recently asked if physical therapy, and specifically myofascial release, if that could help with migraine relief. And absolutely it can. I have successfully treated people and helped them to relieve migraine and headache pain. As a physical therapist trained in assessing not only the bony structure but also the soft tissue restrictions and structure of the body, what I do when somebody comes to me, whether it be for migraines or something else, I'm always looking at posture alignment. So how is the body sitting? What might be pulling the body out of alignment and out of that center of gravity, so I can address that and help people so that they can feel better and move easier. So if we look at this pelvis as being the base of what the spine sits on top of and the position of the head, well, I always start by looking at the position of the pelvis itself. So is it rotated? Is it shifted up or down? Is it turned in or out? Those kinds of things. And if so, then I would start with balancing the pelvis, because any dysfunction here is going to show up as dysfunction on how the head sits on top of the spine. So there's not just one answer to treatment for migraines, okay? That's where a licensed physical therapist comes in that are trained in looking at those relationships of the body and how the head might be sitting and what might be causing some of the pain around the head itself. Most migraine sufferers have restrictions in other areas of the body, and maybe even having pain in other areas of the body besides just the head. So it might be lower back pain, it might be shoulder pain or scapular pain, shoulder blade. So to illustrate how the body may be being pulled out of alignment and what might be causing pain, I'm going to use this pillow to kind of mimic my trunk. Okay, so I got this idea from another physical therapist, and basically, if you kind of look at this, let's say I have this twisting and kind of rotation down here at my hip. Well, as I pull on that, what happens? Well, it's going to pull also through my mid-back, the front of my chest, into my shoulders, front of my head, and that's going to cause this drag into the system that's going to possibly pull my head out of alignment and cause some strain in my body, okay? So as a physical therapist trained specifically in myofascial release, what I would do is, for one, I wouldn't ignore that, okay? So if all I ever pay attention to is pain right where somebody is having pain at, I may completely miss what might be causing it. So let's take, for example, this hip restriction. So as a physical therapist, I could come in there with my hands and actually very gently open up this area and get some of those soft tissue restrictions to release, okay? So I would work on the hip, but I'd also work on, say, the mid-back, okay? Work on opening up the chest, opening up the front of the neck, and then also, obviously, looking at the relationship of the head. So let's talk about the head itself. Okay, there's a lot of restrictions that can be happening around the head and through the neck that could be causing headaches and migraines. So looking at just these bones of the skull, you can see how they have this kind of jagged edge and they meet up together. And you may not know, but these there's a joint, just like a shoulder joint, just like your hip joint, they can actually move. You're not going to get as much movement through your skull as obviously you're going to get through your shoulder, but there is some movement there. Okay, so looking at the relationship between those bones of the skull and how they may be moving or not moving, there may be one side that's moving a little bit more than the other. So as a physical therapist, I'm trained to look at those relationships and the movement of those joints as well. Migraines may be caused by restrictions around the head itself, maybe in the cervical spine or the neck. It may be even into the face and the jaw. So that, in a nutshell, is how physical therapy and specifically myofascial release can help to get some migraine and headache relief. So if you're in the Woodland Park, Colorado area and you're looking for a physical therapist that may be able to help with your migraines and headaches, please give me a call. My number is 719-270-1123. If you're not in this area but you're watching this video and you're hoping to find a therapist trained in John F. Barnes' Myofascial Release, you can go to his website at myofascialrelease.com, click on Find a Therapist, and you can look at the MFR directory and see if you can find a therapist in your area. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.